Morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. Warm-up number 23 should come up on your screen. It shouldn't take you long. Those two were pretty much, they're automatic by now. One of them is diminished central tendency, and the other one is best fit lines. I sent you the screen where you can draw your best fit line in there and just get your equation going. I'll give you guys some time. Ready, go. For number one, I see the box plot. Let me zoom in for those of you that are following on YouTube. A little bit better, yeah? So we got the mean at 6.625, mode as 6 and 7, and median is 6.5. And here's the box plot. Q1 is 1. Q2 is 6.5. Oh, wait. No, Q1 is 5. Q2 6.5. And Q3 is 8. Yes? No, maybe so? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Let me go over this one just to double check. Here goes. All right. So here goes number one. Just FYI, we got 1, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 13. Is that correct? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So if we go halfway, that's 6.5 for Q1. Then we got these two. Half of that is 5.5. And then these two, half of that is 7.5. Hands, have you got that for the Q's? Yes. Just make those corrections, please. For number two, the best fit line, here it goes. I would probably start around 13. Did anybody start at 13? Okay, good. Did anybody start at 9? Yeah, I noticed that even in my previous class, a lot of people started at 9, but let me show you something. Look up. How many points does it touch? Only 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. However, if we move it about 13, we have a couple more in there so that we can balance out the top and the bottom. Yeah? So, y equals mx plus b, y equals blank x plus 13, which is where we started. And then if I pick 2 points, let's say this one and this one, I'm going downward, and I go 1, oh my bad. Well, actually, I'll go from the y-intercept to here. That's 1 step down, and 1, 2, 3 to the right. So it would be -1 over 3. -1 over 3, x plus 13. Something like that. Yeah, we good? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. Copy the agenda, please. Warm-up number 23. Today we're still in the middle of statistics and probabilities, and today we're moving on to studies, the different types of studies that are given for collecting data. Last week and the previous week, we went with variables. We went with the different types of surveys. We went with census. We talked about variables and so on and so forth. Today we're going to focus on studies. Now, the study section in your textbook has a couple other components. Today I'm only just going to, I want to make sure that you are clear in regards to the different types of studies that are out there. Okay. All right. So I'm sending the agenda to your screen. Also, the access to the home plate for tonight. Tonight's home plate is only 4 problems, or 4 problems only. Here's the code: NMVUK. NMVUK. Copy that. NMVUK. All right. All right. So, we good? Yes, Mr. Q. Oh, I'm bad. NMVUK. And just FYI, this session's being recorded. I'll upload it during my lunch later on to make sure you, if you have anything that you missed, go to the video lesson. Hopefully for tonight, it's only those 4 problems only. Oh yeah, we got this. All right, get a Cornell note ready, please. Our objective for today, I can identify statistical studies. In parentheses, I just wrote, we're still in statistics. I can identify statistical studies. I'll wait for you. All right, y'all ready? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, here we go. So, today we're going to be looking at the different types of studies now that we know what variables are, what kind of ways people collect data or census. We talked about the different ways that people try to contact us or you to collect information with surveys and stuff like that. We talked about the different variables, classification of variables, and such. So today we're moving on to statistical studies. We already know what statistics are. You know the definition. Tell your neighbor the definition, please. All right, looks like Amelia's got it. Very good, Amelia. Yeah, we got it, Mia? Yeah? We good? All right. All right, statistics. What are statistics in your own words, Cole? Study of data and getting conclusions. Bam, straight up and down. So, with that said, write this down on your paper. Statistical studies. Arrow to the left. The first one is known as observational. The second one is known as experimental. Today I'm only going to cover these 2 and these 2 only, like I said, because I want you guys to make sure you understand one from the other. And like we did last week, I'm not going to give you definitions. You are coming up with definitions. I am going to show you what it is. And from there, I'll have you guys, bless you, talk it over with yourselves, your neighbors, and then we're going to come up with a definition. So, all right. Y'all ready? So here we go. Statistical studies. We have observational and experimental. What I'm going to show you right now is observational, okay? So pay attention to that. Ready? Okay, writing utensils down. As a matter of fact, close your screens. Writing utensils down. All right, here we go. Santi, can you get the light, please? And for those of you following on YouTube, it's because I want to make sure that we see a picture here on our screen a little bit clearer. So, as you guys know, many times when I write examples from to represent something here in the statistics class, I use my own examples. Like last week, I used the example of opening those Dorito bags to find out how many Doritos inside because it was personal to me. So something that's personal to me, pay attention to this part. I don't know if you guys know, especially those of you that are driving already, the road coming into Imperial from Dairy Queen, does everybody know where Dairy Queen is at? Okay, Dairy Queen over there by the Broken Yoke, all the way into Imperial is 45 miles an hour. Sarcastic pause. You guys catch that? My goodness, bah. I'm telling you, not you guys, but I've seen some people that are coming in hot. I'm like, what's going on? So, once again, 45 miles an hour. So I said to myself, Q, let's write a plan so that we can make an observational study about this. So pay attention. I'm voicing out stuff so you can pay attention to what observational study is. Ready? Here it goes. Q, make a plan. And now let's make our observational study. Here it goes. So let's place ourselves in an intersection. Here it goes. Do you guys recognize that intersection? Kind of, sort of. Let me go on the opposite end of the road. You guys see where I'm at now? All right. So I'm going to be observing that part of the road, like the south side, like headed towards Dairy Queen and all the dealerships over there. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit right there in the entrance of the airport. So I'm gonna get my folding chair. Be nice. Just in case those of you that are following on YouTube, you don't recognize what that is. It's a chair. There it is. So I'm going to sit on my chair right there, folding chair. I record the time. Pay attention to all the process. I'm recording the time that I start. I'm going to be observing for 1 hour. And I'm going to be writing the vehicle and the speed because I have one of those little laser guns. Be nice. So that here comes a car. Boo! Record it. Here comes a truck. I couldn't catch it. Here goes a van. I got it. Another truck. Speed. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. At the end, I record the time after the hour. Hold my chair. Write me an observation. Me, I just wanted to find out the average speed. So think about what would I use for the average speed. And then I write what? At the end, a conclusion. That's what we call an observational study. So, with that said, think about everything that I did to put that together. Talk it over to your neighbors. Let them know what is an observational study. What is the process? What would be the process for an observational study? Talk it over to your neighbors. On. All right, being recorded. Brandon Doherty, what did I do first? Right, because it's called this observational study, but what did I say? How did I start it? Made a plan. Let's go. Plan. Make a plan. Write it down, please. Step 1, made a plan. Once I had my plan, what do I do next? Brandon, pass them. Lonnie, what do I do next? Observe. Observe. My goodness. Observed. Okay. So I sit down and I observe. And what do I do while I was observing? Pass them. Yeah, recorded data. And what did I do at the end? Pass someone, Lulu. You made a conclusion. Conclusion. Yes. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Yes. Okay. So in my conclusion, look up, guys. In my conclusion, I noticed that 8 out of 10 vehicles did not obey the max speed or the speed limit. Okay. That's my conclusion. Are we there? So now I go back, once again, look up, please. I go back to the same spot. So once again, I'm going to continue observing that way. And I'm going to sit over here again. Nice. Here's my chair. It's back there. Be nice. Where's my chair? Okay. However, once again, I have my little laser gun. This time, check this out. I know people at the police department. I got hookups. And I tell them, okay, guys, I want some help. I'm going to do a experimental study. And I wanted to see if I can have one of you be there with me for an hour. And all you have to do is park over here on the curb in the back. Let me show you the unit right here. Be nice. Dad, I'm going to turn on the lights. Hold on. There are the lights. Hold on. There you go. All right. So they're going to have the lights going. I'm going to be sitting here with my little laser gun. So I made my plan. The plan was to sit there, get them to help me. I'm going to sit there, and I have my notes, and I started observing, recording, come up with a conclusion. All right? So we said for observational, I made a plan, I observed, recorded data, made a conclusion. So you neighbor, what's different now for an experimental study? Talk about your neighbor. What is different for an experimental study? All right. So if you notice, we do need to make a plan. We do need to observe. We need to record. We need to conclude. But something's different for experimental. So let's go with, how about Austin, T in the back. What's different between now the experimental? All right. Help them out, Carter. You get another source. We call that add something to change outcome. That is correct. Let's go. What is it that I added, guys? The police unit, right? Is that going to make people actually obey the speed limit? If they have the lights going and they can see them from afar? Of course. So therefore, talk with your neighbor, let them know what is an observational study and what is an experimental study. Make sure they got it. Those are the only two things we are looking at today. Talk with your neighbor, please. Go. Down on your paper. Write, what is an observational study? Answer the question. And what is an experimental study? Answer the question. Once you're done, send that picture in of your notes. I want to see what you wrote. All right, as you're sending that in, here goes the first example. Let's see how well you know one from the other. Here goes. Example 1. It says, what type of study is being done and why? Here goes. Mr. Q sits back and records observations and conclusions on the number of students attending a Saturday academy after he sent out a printed progress report with a note under the parent signature line that reads, free tutoring, Saturday Academy this Saturday from 8 through 11:30 a.m. Think about it. Printed progress report with your grade. And then on the signature line underneath, I write free tutoring this Saturday. Talk to your neighbor, let them know what kind of study that is, observational or experimental, and why. What kind of study is that? It looks like Colleen's got it. Very good, Colleen. All right. Mario's got it. All right, but let's go with Alessandra. What type of study is this? Experimental. Why do you say that? Amelia, Amelia, what do you think that was experimental? Yeah, she said because you sent a printed progress report, but underneath the signature, what did I add? Free tutoring. Guess what most parents are going to see if you have a medium to low score on your grade? They're going to send you to tutoring. Does that make sense? So it's going to change the outcome of that day for you instead of staying home and doing what you do. All right, let's go to the next one. Look up example 1Q. Nike does a study on how many pairs of Air Qs are sold over the weekend after they brought them out to the sales floor at Vieja's Nike outlet. Tell your neighbor, will that be observational or experimental? Observational or experimental? All right, Mario, go. Why observational? That's it. All they're going to do is record how many they sell. There's nothing manipulating anybody. So, let's go to the next one. Write this down. Example 2. You make up an example of an observational study. Make an example of an observational study. Make an example of an observational study. As soon as you're done, you can either type it or send it in on the screen. I'll give you some time. Go. 3, 2, 1. Here goes one from one of your colleagues. And it reads, Alessandra put cookies out on the table and observe how many people grab one on the way in. Yep, that's observational. All right, let's move on to the next one. Example 2Q, make up an example of an experimental study. Experimental study. Think about it. What would be an experimental study? Make one up, please, and I'll send you the screen so you can send that in. Go. Please. Hold on, let me record this. It says, the teacher wanted to see how many students turn in their homework, what? Home play. And told them if they do, they get 50 extra credit points added to their grade. All right. Is that experimental? Everybody agree? Yeah? Yeah? Because they added that extra to make a difference in the outcome. All right? So, with that said, for those of you that are following on YouTube, just go to the home play section and get the practice in. Oh, sorry. Which is that. The rest of us, we're going to continue here in class. I'll stop the video right here. Bye.